Hey folks, Green Stuff Gav here. Today we're doing something new for the channel and we're doing an unboxing. Now, no doubt you've seen the adverts everywhere, but Dungeons and Lasers, I backed the first Kickstarter and the second Kickstarter. It's a bunch of modular terrain pieces that you can use to build various things. Dana Howell's just done an update video to her own set where she's building a modular city. We'll put the links down below. Now, I backed the second Kickstarter and really haven't done anything with it, so I thought today I'll open the box up and go through it and we'll see what's what. This is a set from the first Kickstarter called The Druid Was Right, a whole bunch of animal companions, but none of which, again, I've built, but there's a really cool bear with a helmet on. There's a little tortoise with a cannon. So, quite fun stuff. But, so, let's have a look at what's actually coming the Kickstarter do. Squeeze me out my box. Okay, so, first out, we have a dragon. Sovereign serpent. Quite cool. Let's have a quick look at the sprues for this one. It's a very light grey plastic, very similar to the original Games Workshop, the old plastics in the 90s. Some lovely detailing on it. I like you get the base. I don't know if the camera will show you any of this, but lovely details to it. Different fireball effects. Nice wings. Cool. So that's Durkar the Sovereign. Won't go through every box, but Oregon the Denouncer, very Eastern inspired, all the scale and all the quite cool. What else have we got here? Huge box. Let's see. Okay, core set. This is the basics that you get from all of the sets, and it's a whole load of floor sections, and all these are individual squares get put together, and all the walls are separate pieces. So, quite a few. I'll show you what I've done with the last set, because I haven't really done a lot with it, to be honest. What else did I order? So, Torture Chambers is quite a nice set, and it's got loads of tools and skeletons on the racks. What's unusual about the sets themselves is they come with the floor pieces and the walls, so effectively you can build a room per set. But they're in the last Kickstarter. We got the walkout again, the same thing. It's a room in a set, so you get half a dozen floor sections and all these walls. This one was in the first Kickstarter. It's got these icons which match the floor sections, and these really nice bookshelves which are going to be quite fun to paint. So there you go, you get 18 pieces. Although these are 3D renders, they don't quite sit as flush as that, unfortunately. But something Dana Howl got around with by gluing it all together. And from the second Kickstarter, Cursed Cathedral. Looks like a whole bunch of walls with some boarded up, some without. Couple of doorways. Really lovely pattern on the floor and on these. So hopefully when they're all laid out they'll look a bit more different than not very repetitive. got here? Stretch goals. These are quite cool. A lot of the stretch goals are things like in the first Kickstarter was decorations to go on walls and staircases and things. But look at this. There's some all bits of scatter terrain. A couple of miniatures, well, by the look of it, a goblin, an alien, some description. Let's have a quick look at them while we're here. In the first Kickstarter there was only a single stretch goal box, but this is one full, so really quite interesting. See, so we've got what looks like a mine. Look at them lovely mushrooms. Little mine cart. Indiana Jones didn't dodge in the way. That's quite cool. A throne with all this bone. More rocks. Very mine themed by the looks of it, these Kickstarters. So, more mine stuff, yeah, so rocks, sections, cool shields to go on walls. So these things, see these nubs, that means they push into the actual wall sections. So you can effectively use them as displays. Quite cool. Little bed for the 7 dwarves. Let's add some more rock sections. Same as previous brew. And this one, it's a little dragon. Butterfly wings. Yeah. Really nice globe on a stand, a palantir. Kegs of beer. Very dwarven theme, so lots of mines. But we probably can't see on the video, but the really crisp detailing. So I imagine the second set's probably going to be more of the same, but so to save them duplicating the sprues, they've just put them into 3 separate boxes. Something for them insert. A manual for the stretch goals. Look at all these pieces. Wow. More sci-fi type stuff. Big machines, kegs. Looks like a bad guy from the first Hellboy film. Tiny little goblin dressed as He-Man. Another little alien dragon thing. But you can see even on the sci-fi you've got these circular nubs so that they all go into the walls, which is quite cool. This one's got some great big warp stone, nice bear trap, alien fungus, purity seal. So that's a bit more, again there's some fantasy on that one, but mostly sci-fi. I like the Doomsday map. Great big bridge, that's cool. The chest is the same as what's on the previous Kickstarter, but you can never go wrong with some scatter terrain. And on to sci-fi bridge, so it's the same but more technical. Busted in door, that's lovely. And then some MC Escher-esque piping. Electric force field perhaps. Sci-fi statues. So yeah, quite cool. So that's box 2, and then the third and final box is more stretch goals, so box 3. So we'll see what we've got in this one. Oh, like a dragon. Again, this this one uses the same nubs that the walls on the general set shows, so we'll have a look at them in a bit. More sci-fi bits to put on walls. Looks like a cyber dragon head, which is quite cool. Another bridge, and then little gatehouse. That's quite cool. So these bits actually fit on top of the walls, so that you can stack them, which is quite cool. Lovely little bookshelf. Weird alien-esque thing. Possessed bed. Yeah, it's a mimic bed. That's quite funky. And these connectors, these go on the so these actually go on top of the walls. So when you stick them on top of the walls, it allows you to double stack, something that was missing in the first Kickstarter. In fact, it was all very flat. So yeah, talking of which, we will move these away and I will show you some of what I've done, because I came prepared. So I followed Dana Howl in, I actually glued the floor sections all together. So that's one piece, one foot square, but all the walls. So these things, all of the walls follow a similar peg system where you can put them anywhere you like. So you can have your modular terrain set out. This is just an example I've thrown about. So these, you get absolutely loads of these in the core starter set. They're all double-sided. I've just given them a quick dry brush, nothing too intense because they won't spend a lot of time. Yeah, difference of doors. See some of the details there. It's a really nice book one. Started putting some paint on, but I've got to paint the actual books and the candles. But they're all really deeply cut, so for the details means that they take a dry brush very well. We'll hopefully by the time we've done some more, you'll be able to see them a bit better. I'll be able to get some better photos of some actual miniatures alongside them. But these holes here, these are where the parts from the extra sets fit in. So if you wanted to, you could put torches on there or any intricate little details you like. Now, these are from the first Kickstarter, so I backed at the basic pledge, which meant that I had enough to do 3 one foot square sections. Very tight when they've been painted though. So that's one section. But let's see if I've got a figure. Here is a figure on a 30mm base. So you can see quite a large amount of space on there. But so all in all, a very interesting set. I'd certainly recommend to anyone. I know the Kickstarter for the 3rd edition, which is more focused on outdoor terrain than indoors, so it's lets you build little houses and things like that. That's currently live at the moment, so we'll stick a link down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Always remember, have fun.